Yeah. Scatter who? Scatter what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on and they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one. Scatter who? Scatter what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on and they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one. Yeah, I got the plug like the Lakers. I get the white gold. And if I die today, they bury me with my ice on. Pole on like a street light, baby, I'm ice cold. Last niggas see me, they both ran like a snotty nose. Up it, then break up with it, dump it and get it gone. This on D&D, or I'm shot calling when on the phone. Shorty want my sauce out the pan, baby just want the bone. I've been dripping sauce in the VVS is the name of the nigga, if it's beef, I welcome it all. I ain't ballin' shit, fuck I look like sparing y'all. Nuts hanging, I'm a dog, get off my dick, next exit, ain't no more room on my balls. Bitch, I'm raw, I walk it and talk it, you better listen. See me, I'm coming up, and you just gon' come up missing. I ain't finished, cause I'm more militant, I'm a menace, you don't get it. That shit that you talking, nigga, I did it, cause I just caught them whoopers up.
You in the building.
Get the building shit. If I got my jury on it, yeah, on me every trip. I ain't heard them yellow.
Gotta have the music on.
I'm a dog off the leash, out of gelling on the street. Round of applause. Yeah, we get the clapping shit. Hundreds all through it, not on the front and the back of it. In their stinky thumb, nigga. Yeah, I'm on my acting shit. I love this nigga's baby mama. Guess who about to crack the bitch? Scatter who? Scatter what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on and they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one. Scatter who? Scatter what? Sex in the top bunk. Y'all got me fucked up. 2 chains on and they swing like nunchucks. Since that little shit that happened, nigga, I've been on one.
We in here. We got the John going. Off the rippy. Man, we came on here today. We was gonna talk. We wait until they come into the chat too. We was gonna talk about like tutelage and practice and how you like practicing. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the mic is working. Yeah, we waiting till these folks come up in the live. It's pretty early. Was good with Khaled up in the Discord. Yeah, we just got done eating. Had a nice little meal. It's been raining today. What's good with SMO3? We got the Discord going, of course. Folks want to just listen, ask a question. Hit the Discord link. You can get up in there, ask a question while we cooking. So with Miles Austin. You getting them, man? They coming back. We got the Discord going too. My man Khaled in the Discord. Shout out to Khaled in the Dissy. Man, I just got done brewing me some tea for real. Some herbal teas. I'm about to have some herbal tea. I'm on the horn talking to y'all. Because it's a lot of people who think like they know what they're doing with coaching and different things, but then they never coach themselves to do anything. That's my point. Cause common sense would tell you. Let me know how the volume is. Hold on. Common sense would tell you if you gotta wait for somebody to do something, you on their time. You not getting better because you on their time. Because you on their time. Yo, you on their time. Yo, you on their time. All right. Make sure y'all can hear. Yeah, if you gotta be waiting on people and doing all of this, you're not gonna get better. And we was in the live right now just to let my man, cause my man from Baltimore, Man 410, he had questions because he was trying to come to understanding what should he be working on in sparring. Now, I would say like it's not that I have my own methods. No, I don't, because the methods that I've seen have been a result of Emmanuel Stewart and different people like that uh coaching boxing. So those are what I take from, and it's easy to see what they're achieving with teaching like this if the person that they're in, what they're doing this with, is already experienced. It's kind of like, why would he be going about it in this manner if they already experienced? You know what I mean? Like, that lets me know right there, there's something going on. He's trying to get something done in a certain manner. And people don't understand that.
Yeah, Emmanuel Stewart is definitely, I'd say, the best trainer of all time, for sure. I'd say he's the best trainer of all time. The work that he did with Vladimir Klitschko, Lennox Lewis, and Tommy Hearn, I'd definitely say he's number one.
I will have to say, as we learned the other day, that man Jack Blackburn, or Charles Henry Jack Blackburn,
Yeah,
that guy is crazy. We gonna be watching him tonight. Like, I'm gonna make sure me and Aaron throw some of his Jones on, so
yeah.
we could
I think
study
there's a
cause.
video where he's teaching. Who's the fighter that you just said? John Henry.
No, that's a guy that Jack Blackburn trained.
Yeah. I think it was him because he was like a really like chiseled guy. He was teaching the importance of balance and when he's throwing his punches to his footwork, the way he's placing his feet, making sure that he's balanced and he can't just be thrown off with his shots. He's like he was very he he um he found balance like very important.
No, balance is dumb important
I
because
I, I think I'll put the video in the chat so you can have a look.
yeah, put the video in the chat so everybody can see it, and then I'll put it in the YouTube chat so we can share the knowledge of that man Jack Blackburn. 5 in the chat. What's up with Joe Breezy? We got the Discord going. We just talking about different topics right now and about whatever's going on. And we was talking about really about to start cooking about tutelage in boxing and like getting somebody ready for a professional fight, whether they're a pro already or they're coming from the amateurs, whatever the case is. I'm just gonna grab some tea real quick. Better let me grab that tea. Take a little bit of the. All right. Yeah, we was talking about because Cuz was saying that people was telling him not to fight in the shell and not to do this and just doing this, and those things just come from people not knowing how to teach. Like, don't like for use this as an example. If you wanted your child to be intelligent, how would you get them to be intelligent? Reading and numbers early as possible. What if your child reading at 5 months? Then what? Then what? Your child reading early and doing math early, the easier it is for them to come into the world already working with simple tasks. So if you take that with boxing, if you're teaching somebody the tricks and trade, just take Floyd, for example. His father was teaching him from early as possible. So now when by the time he gets to the pros, it's already settled in. Like, that just is what it is.
Hey, King, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, let me ask you a couple questions. Let's take it before the actual fight. A lot of people don't know stuff like this. But you personally, what was your diet like about 2 weeks out from a fight? And like water intake, and then as you got closer to the fight, what was your diet like fight day? When was the last time you ate? What was your sleep pattern, the night before a fight? Would you try to take a nap the day of the fight? Stuff like that is what I think a lot of people have like zero knowledge of. Because a bad meal can fuck you up just doing your regular 9 to 5 life. You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
Yeah. So from a professional fighter standpoint, because I just fought amateurs, and that's when I was a kid. I'm 39 years old. I'm talking about over 20 years ago. So from a professional standpoint, like I said, what was your diet like daily from about 2 weeks out? Because matter of fact, when did you start cutting weight actually? Because that's when you have to start the drastic diet change. So go from your weight cut forward to the fight with how you change your diet. What were your sleep patterns like? And the day of the fight, say if you were fighting 8 p.m., when would you last eat before your fight? What would it be? And what would be your food and liquid consumption in 24 hours after you made weight?
Man, I'll tell you one thing. Before I was vegan, I used to, the weight cut was doo-doo. It was like so horrible, bro. Like, because I was so, and that's another thing too. I was taking too many, the supplements I was taking was making it harder for me to cut weight. Like that, I noticed that from jump too. Like, taking like creatine and boxing is not good together because you want to get rid of water weight. And I noticed that, and also taking things like whey, like that shit don't be good for you. Like, you gotta really start cut. If you I'll say it like this. I learned how cutting weight should be done from being a professional, from being vegan and not being vegan. Now, take me as a fighter. The weight cut was trash because I didn't know how to eat. I wasn't into the Sebi. Well, I was, but I wasn't dived in yet. You know what I mean? And then as I turned vegan, and then I was about to take another fight after my eye surgery, there was no weight cut. I could just eat every day, all day long, Like, I was vegan, I was walking around 149, and I was working. If I start working out constantly every day, my weight will just drop down to 149. You know what I mean? Even when I was just walking to Lake Merritt every day in the town, my weight was still lower. The moment I just sat down and didn't do anything, start eating beans and rices and tortillas, no meat, still vegan, I started to put on weight, started to do pull-ups, I started to get bigger. When I start coaching fighters, when my fighter come to me and he ain't in shape like Lamont, and we starting the weight cut, soon as he get there, I give him a saltwater cleanse, like a Himalayan saltwater cleanse, and then center leaf root like ballerina tea, and then I'll just be cooking all of his food, all vegan food, eating mad fruit, smoothies, drinking herbs, the whole nine. Once he training as we train, he'd be on weight in 2 weeks. From 190, 185, 190. He'll be down to 170 in 2 weeks. Because he waking up first thing in the morning, running a couple miles on an empty stomach, on just burdock root and herbs, being hydrated. And then after that, after the hydration, we at the track, mitts, whatever, chill. Then he might come back spar later on. You gotta think we catching up. He work out, then he eat, then I fix something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, then he be eating, whether it be oatmeal, the Kamut oatmeal, cream of wheat, like the Kamut cream of wheat. Like, it ain't gonna matter. It just be fruit, oatmeal, dates, fruit smoothies. When you start eating like that, bro, your weight just automatically come down. You don't feel tired. You don't feel sluggish. It's really about hydration. And then by the time the fight come, you own weight. You ain't even got to do nothing. If you want to put on weight, then we eat some legumes and rices and couscous. More, and I just ate some couscous the other day, and I didn't have enough fruit in my diet, and it kind of made me constipated because couscous has all 9, if I'm not mistaken, essential aminos. Like, it's a harsh grain. Like, those type of grains kind of like are the grains you would need to be eating to have energy. Your carbohydrates, couscous, black rice, kamut, amaranth, or amaranth is actually spinach or callaloo. What else? Rye breads. Who else is on here? June on here said it is hard to grow on a vegan diet as far as building muscle. Is it? No, it's not. You got to eat more beans because a cup of beans, depending on what beans you get, like mung beans, you could be up to 40 grams of protein in 1 cup of beans or lentils. And I guarantee if you could hit a couple lentils, you will not be able to eat the whole cup in one sitting. That's how you know how much protein you really need if you eat it with your food. Because you don't have to eat so much food. You got to eat a lot of legumes, a lot of spelt bread, rye breads, healthier breads. Certain grains on the Sebi list has more protein than other and more alkalinity than other foods, and they naturally keep you clean. So that's what I started to notice. From being non-vegan, my weight cut was hard. I was in the sauna, like I had to be cutting mad early. I stopped eating like salt, like that. It was just hard because I didn't know how to get my weight down because thinking you're just supposed to have like meat and some vegetables, that's not a well-rounded diet. So then I start saying, like, why is my weight not coming down? So then once I seen Aaron, he was just doing vegan. Like, man, I'm vegan. I ain't got to cut weight. I ain't got to do nothing. No research, though. Just going to different, see, in California, you can almost eat out every day and be healthy. You know what I mean? He would be going to different vegan spots, checking out, and then really just eating healthier, cooking himself. And then for a minute, Aaron was raw vegan. I'm damn near raw vegan because I eat a damn near, if I'm not eating rice or beans, I'm eating like a pico, but it got cilantro in there or some type of lettuce. And then all I'm really cooking is mushrooms. Like, other than that, I'm eating some type of pico mix with onion, cilantro, and tomato with mushrooms and bread. Or I might be eating beans in a bread. Or I might be eating, plantains and rice or something, or fruits. Like, I keep it simple. But once I learned that the vegan diet, you can eat every day and you ain't gotta be cutting no weight, man, that's when I realized, oh no, this is the way. Because when you gotta cut weight, man, you be drained. If you could just eat, man, you will see like, damn, I got way more energy. I could train. Ain't no fat camp. Ain't none of that when you vegan. You already in what they call an in shape is they have it backwards. That's why they have to work. And I've explained this before on my channel. That's why they have to work to get in shape. And they boxing ability and timing is everything is thrown off because they sparring fat now. At the end of the camp, they sparring with their true speed because they didn't got their weight down. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you was just vegan, especially if you the darker the berry, if you vegan, man, you really be in shape from jump. Like, I got abs today. Like, that means I'm in shape. Minimal, like I hit the bag a couple times last week. I was on the bag like it wasn't nothing. 3 rounds, easy. 3-minute rounds, ripping. Yum, 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 yum. Combinations, jabs. Like, it's really about your diet. And then at some point, you can just work off of water. Water is fuel. Listen, how is it that a car can run on hydrogen, which is water, and your ass can't? That don't even make sense. But so it's not about, if we talking boxing and diet, it's not about your protein. And this is one of the things of the tutelage of training. That's why we having this discussion, because when you train with me, you gotta be vegan. I'm watching everything you eat. Because I need your weight cut to be easy. I need you to be hydrated. I don't need no nonsense. Judah said, do you drink smoothies or protein shakes? No. Then that's the thing. Proteins are made up from amino acids. Amino acids are glutamine, creatine, arginine. Those are synthetics. Those are names of substances that they've given nitrogenous compounds when you take different things and add them together. Like, at the end of the day, what gets you strong is nitrogen. Protein, at the end of the day, if you want me to read it to you in the book, every animal needs protein by way of whether they're eating something that grazes on grass or they're eating the grass themselves. All protein comes from plants. And it's not protein, it's nitrogen. You need, vital minerals. You need minerals. Minerals are what make you strong. Go ahead.
Hey, so what you think? Well, so what about fight day? I'll never forget this. 2006, my man Thomas Riley was fighting a dude named Christopher Downs, and the day of the fight, we out of town. We out of state, The morning of the fight, he was hungry. My man went and ate some Jack in the Box tacos. Man, he went
Oh,
to that ring
no.
like he had cement blocks on his feet. You know what I'm saying?
No,
and I kept trying to tell him before he was eating them, bro, that's gonna fuck you. That's gonna fuck your whole fight up. Nah, it's just 2 of them. And sure enough, he went in there. He said, I thought I couldn't move. And it's shit like that. You know what I mean? So how far out from a fight would you eat?
Like, you, depending on, you should be on a plant-based diet the whole time. Put it like this. Plants should be in your home. They regulate your nervous system. When you add plants to a fish tank, you prolong the life of the fish. And that's what I'm saying. You should be on a plant-based diet in your entire life. Every human being should be 90% plants. And then if you black, the blacker the berry, no meat. If you African, if you got more than 50% African genome, you shouldn't be eating meat. Period. Because if you really eat enough beans in the food you're supposed to be eating after training, you will get enough protein, and then your body will be running optimally on fuel, on the food you put in there. And then on top of that, if you're not eating a lot of fatty substances, then your body will burn the legumes and the proteins. But if you know how to add avocado, coconut oils, those things can be used as reserve energy too. It's really about your diet. And I'm saying this as your diet, as in not have you change your diet. Your diet is the way you eat in general, like every day. That's why people have those mistakes. What's the saying? If you already ready, you don't have to do what? Get ready. So if you already eating how you're supposed to be eating, your body will be running optimally at all times. And if you just y'all, please listen to what I'm saying. If you have organs, that means you should eat organic food. Organs, organic. The suffix IC means the study of organs. Logic, IC. You're logging something and then you're studying. Analog. Like, that's common sense. You got organs. You need organic food. Why? If you look up, hey Siri, what is the definition of organic?
Organic means relating to or derived from living matter. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
It means of food or farming methods produced or involving production without the use of chemical fertilizers, pesticides, or other artificial agents. Want to hear one more?
Yes.
It means relating to a bodily organ or organs. Do you want to hear the last one?
Yes.
It means denoting a relation between elements of something such that they fit together harmoniously as necessary parts of a whole.
What? Listen, that right there shows you that organic is God, because it's something of a necessary part that fits to a whole, and that is the truth. In the reciprocal relationship to things and the whole is fixed by nature, organic. That's why you have to eat. If it's not alive, it's not organic. Apples and fruits are alive. They rot because they're dying. So that means it takes life to sustain life. So if you're not eating organic, you're not sustaining life. And organic also means not grown with pesticides. Now you see how the levels, and now think about how you said your dude fought on Jack in the Box and how he would have fought on a watermelon with, not even a watermelon with seeds, a watermelon without the seeds. because that means they cross. It's not a GMO watermelon. That means they crossbreeded it without a male. And now you're not supposed to do that. They crossbreeded it so the seeds will be out. You know what I mean? So
he won nationals maybe about 6 months before then he ate right.
that
And he went in there all bad and he paid for it.
and this is the crazy part. It's a book that Bobby Hemmett said get called Hoodoo Herbs and Magic. And every thing in the book is a herb that you can take and cook with. Like, and they have divinity in them naturally. Like herbs have divinity in them. And they talk about them in the Bible a lot. Like the herbs are supposed to be for man to heal himself. And yet he's using synthetics. It makes no sense. Like your body is not synthetic. So that's why people be having a problem when it comes to tutelage of weight loss. Like when you coaching a fighter, like they be like, none of my fighters have problem making weight because I'm right there cooking their food and watching everything. They're guaranteed like one, and that's the thing. Lamont, he was cheating on the diet and still going out for a run because I'm not with him, and he having donuts. And then he not losing no weight and then lying about it. And then once I found, I didn't even say nothing. He stopped bullshitting and got the weight came off in a week. In a week, dog. Like, that's how simple it could be. Eating the wrong carbs could be holding on all the weight. And you could be like, why am I not losing weight? Because you're eating something synthetic. And it's blocking your body from doing what it naturally does, like detox the bullshit. It's that simple. Yes, sir.
Hey, yo, I got a statement and it's probably gonna lead you to a question. So I've been training, right? I've been doing martial arts my whole life. And then like over the past couple of years, I've been doing like boxing, kind of kickboxing, but like really boxing. You know, I've been doing the boxing part. Like my man's, my trainer his name is Miguel Torres. He's a former MMA fighter. He had about 60 fights. You know, you can find him on YouTube and all that. He's an MMA guy.
EC champion.
Yeah. Okay, so we know who he is.
Yeah, I heard of him.
Yeah. So that's my trainer, right? So he teach everything at the MMA, but like he and I concentrate really on the boxing part. And it's good because what he showed me yesterday with the flipping, he showed me that like the exact same way. But like how you explained it, I was able to kind of and like apply it more when like sparring is actually fighting, because I saw you moving with it. Like he showed it to me. We was working on the pads, and then like I was shadow boxing with it. But then once I saw you standing there and you showed it to me, it was like, all right, that just made a lot of sense. So I guess I'm just looking for your thoughts on like Torres in general. Like how you feel about MMA guys training boxing guys?
Man, it just mean if they understand the craft in its purity. Like if you're gonna really be teaching the purest of the craft, because a lot of MMA guys, they take boxing. You know what I mean? They be in there boxing, and some of them who are intelligent, they learn the purest of the craft, like George St. Pierre. George St. Pierre is a good guy to like really understand how to train for MMA, because every time he trained, he did each individual discipline by itself. And then it's up to you to put them together. Like that's common sense. Like when you kind of like training for your fight, now it's time for you to do MMA sparring. So no, like if it's always good. Any combat guy for real that did enough boxing can teach it. But are you teaching the purest of the craft? Are you teaching what you did?
Yeah, I seen a video where he was talking about when Ronda Rousey got smacked up by Nunes.
Oh,
He said
yeah,
she should have
that-
slept in a boxing gym. She shouldn't have went nowhere else because she had everything else covered.
Oh my God.
MMA.
She had
But
everything
she just
else.
needed to sleep in a boxing, traditional boxing, sleep in a boxing gym. And you made that same reference you just made about St. Pierre, how he does all the disciplines by themselves, and then in sparring, he puts them all together. And I don't see how, because like Peter Yan had a really deep amateur boxing background. What's the kid's name? That's the not the lightweight champ, but the featherweight champ. The one that just knocked out Max Holloway. He's got a deep boxing amateur background too. But those are traditional hardcore boxers, and they still go back to that. Even the Diaz brothers up in Stockton, they started off boxing first, and they still go back to that. So yeah, your point is accurate. Miguel Torres isn't a boxer. You can tell by the way that he fights. I mean, he's a great MMA fighter. He's one of the best, probably 25 to 35 best ever. But boxing isn't his lane. That's more so. Mind you, I could be wrong, but from what I get watching him, this is a guy that trains boxing while in a MMA gym, which is the opposite of what King is saying. Is you need to go to someone else's boxing gym and actually learn traditional boxing, all the grappling and how to shoot off with the jab and all that stuff. That's where you go back to your MMA gym and you focus on that. But the purity of just the science and the sweet science, MMA fighters, you absolutely need that. Or you'll get your pack question.
Oh yeah, it's a fact. Because when I did MMA and I learned how to wrestle, that's when I started busting niggas' packs because they couldn't box, and they was always so in competition with boxing that they would never get it. But I'm not gonna say Miguel can't teach it. I'm just saying, like, depending on what he's teaching, and if he's teaching the purest of the sport, then you can learn. You know what I mean? And that's really all it is, bro. Like, and then on another note too, it's really up to you to watch tape and shit. Hold on, let me see who hit the cash app. My man, 410. Shout out to my man, 410, Baltimore in the building. Get that Tank Davis love, the $5 holler. Good looking. Yeah, so like, no, bro, like you really just gotta be willing. I'm gonna say it like this: at the end of the day, Miguel Torres, his ass ain't in there scrapping. You gonna be in there scrapping. So even with him helping you as the chief second, shout out to 10 in the chat, and shout out to 10 on YouTube and 10 likes. That's 20. Thoughts, feelings, and actions manifest in response to the word of God. Then you will have the power. You'll be at a peace that nothing can challenge, and the power of God's spirit will flow through your being. You know what I mean? That's the omniscience of God, and that's what it is about challenges. So think about if you got the omniscience of God and you think about boxing. Once you step into boxing, you'll realize that, damn, I need good rest so my body will heal up. I need good sleep. On the YouTube, my man Judah said, how do vegans maintain high creatine levels with no meat? Creatine is just a nitrogenous compound. And if you want to add more water to your body, you would just take Celtic salt. That's basically all a creatine is a type of salt that adds more water weight as an amino. But if you wanted to add more water weight to your body, then you would just add more Celtic salt, more large grain coarse salt. You would just take them whole, a couple tablets, and then drink your water. And Celtic salt is a very hungry mineral, a water mineral. So it absorbs a lot of water. So if you got the salts in your body and you keep them in your body, you're going to absorb a lot of water. And that's just the science. That's all it really is.
Yeah, Hamza.
Yes, sir.
I dropped this one of the one of these videos where Bernard Hopkins is on. I think he's
Is
on
that
Joe
Jack
Rogan's
Blackburn
podcast.
with Muhammad Ali?
What?
Did Skittles put this? You put this in here, Ali, Joe Lewis
I
training
put that.
sequences. That's
Yeah, I
Jack
put that.
Blackburn.
Yeah.
I seen a video with him training somebody how to slip the jab, then he grab him behind the neck. That's Jack Black. He slapped niggas in the mouth.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Bernard Hopkins, the one where he's talking about. He says he doesn't believe in diet. He says diet's commercialism, and he says that eating how you eat is really a lifestyle.
That's what diet means.
Yeah.
So
it's your lifestyle.
that's hold on. Hey Siri, define the word diet.
Diet means a legislative assembly in certain countries. Do you want to hear the next one?
Yes.
As a noun, it means the kinds of food that a person, animal, or community habitually eats. Want to hear the next one?
Yes.
As a noun, it means a special course of food to which one restricts oneself, either to lose weight or for medical reasons. Do you want to hear the last one?
Yes.
As a verb, it means restrict oneself to small amounts or special kinds of food in order to lose weight.
Now you see how every definition of diet was the foods you're eating to either do something, to make your body do something. That's all diet really means. Like it is your lifestyle. Some niggas is on a junk food diet, bro. They on a McDonald's diet. They on a Burger King diet. That's their diet. Some niggas is on a vegan diet. That's their lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Being a vegan is a lifestyle, bro. Like when I go out to eat, like when I show up to anywhere, people be like, Hamza here, he vegan. We say we got something for you special. Like, and then it be my own little thing, and I don't ever complain. It could just be some string beans. Nigga, if you give me some salt, some pepper, some hot sauce, and some bread, or some cornbread, some vegan cornbread, you trying to tell me them string beans is not about to be hit on cornbread, nigga? And hot sauce? Man, you tripping, blood. That's a vegan meal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my point. Like, those are the things. And I've heard Bernard talk about, being vegan, because he went vegan later and he said he doesn't suggest boxers should do it. But why not? That's why I'd be saying boxers, there is no excuse for them not to lose weight, because they get all this money. You can't hire a nutritionist to give you an 8-week diet plan, and then on top of that, tell you how to do that on a vegan diet. Listen, Dr. Sebi has the list of foods. It's a list. You're not just blind. It's an actual list of grains, legumes, fruits, all of that. You take that list to a nutritionist and say, hey, I need you to make a 2,000 calorie a day diet. And then as the 8 weeks come down, I need to lose this type of weight for a fight. I'm at this weight right now, and I need to do that. Then you order a cook to cook all your meals with the foods on the list. It's that simple. Devin was doing it. Ryan was doing it. Anybody can do it. I didn't even have them niggas, professional coaches and stuff to do that, bro. I just start doing it on my own. Like my fighters be coming, I'm like, good, I know how to do this. Listen, my fighters be on CMOS. Listen, mullein leaf regenerates your damn lungs, bro. It cures your lungs. Like, are you drunk? Not anybody in the chat, but think about what I'm saying. These are natural things that no man can make a mullein leaf tree. This organic. Only the earth makes. That's the earth's job. So when you put that into play, the earth is smarter than man. Man that got to have something to stand on. It's been here before man. Earth is a man. It's Jabril or Gabriel. It's pronounced as Geb. It's number 10 on the chart, which is atoms, essence, and molecules. That's man. Right then and there. Once atoms and essence and molecules are here, now man can form. Without that, you can't even have a solid earth. So that's why Geb or Sebi or Seb is atoms and essence or earth. It's the metaphysical nature of the spirit of the supreme being. And those are the facts from African culture in Egypt and how they explain it. So when you start eating those things with the atoms and essence in them, listen, when you drink spring water and you drink a lot of water, what do you start doing? You start pissing automatically. You don't even have to tell your body to pee. You will just go piss regardless. If you start taking Celtic salt, you won't pee as much. You will retain the water. Then if you have a certain thing, like a certain electrolyte, it'll take the salt mineral and flush it out of you. Go ahead, Khaled.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good, man. Let me mute my game.
Hey, real quick. And my man, I wasn't at all trying to down talk Miguel Torres. Like I said, I think he's a great fighter. But as you said it, they told you to do the same thing, but the more pure traditional boxer explained it in a way to where you can catch on to it a lot easier. I mean, and sure, Troy's his career got cut short, unfortunately, because of injury. But if you know his story, King, wasn't you offered Yuri Foreman?
Yeah, I was offered Yuri Foreman for a look.
Yeah, offered Yuri Foreman, went there and pretty much fucked up Amir Khan's camp. Got work with Willie Monroe. These are all world champions, a world championship level dude. So he knows you. There's a level of conveying information that's just basic. People that have done it can teach you it and explain it to you better than someone who has minimal to no experience of doing it. And I'm not saying that Miguel has minimal or no experience. I'm just saying he's not a boxer. So someone teaching you a boxing move, the more boxing experience that they have, the better they're going to be.
No, yeah, you can't smoke mullein also. You can smoke mullein leaf. You can smoke it in your weed and it clear out your lungs. That's a fact. I'm sorry, somebody in the chat was saying this. But on to what Joe Breezy was saying, like, I appreciate that, Joe Breezy, but I'll say it like this, bro. I wouldn't say it's better or worse. It's just that I have taken the time myself to break down the fundamentals so that I could do them better. But even just say it like this. It don't even have to. It could be a boxing coach. Not all boxing coaches be explaining the shit right, bro. Like I seen boxing coaches. I've seen people who think they know how to train people in boxing, explain boxing. It don't be cute. It don't be right. I'll be like, no, see, you gotta tell him to, you gotta tell him to get down more. You gotta tell him to do this. Like, it's not that I'm telling them right or more. I'm focused a lot on the technique and delivering the punch because all the defenses are built into the techniques. And that's all for real. But not everybody just be explaining the same. Some people, like, I might explain the same thing a couple different ways to a couple different clients because not everybody gonna grasp it. You know what I mean? You gotta know how to use analogies. You gotta know how to, you gotta know how to move your body a certain way. And that's why you see some fighters would just say, well, what I did was, and I'll be like, well, no, if you watch boxing, that's what I always say. I always say what I did according to how I watched Floyd, according to every other fighter who was doing what Floyd or anybody else was doing. And that's what be the difference. I don't just say, well, no, I did this because, no, of course I have my own little things that will help me. Well, no, I actually didn't. Everything I learned was and how I got in position was of a fundamental move that I seen someone did, and I literally just did what they did in the best fundamental move that I could do. I never really had my own moves for real. Like, even my uppercut, Andre Bardo, like, and he right-handed, but just how he executed and get in a position, I used to just shadow box it like, damn, he rolling his shoulder like this. His shoulder is in the front, and then he kind of leaning back a little bit, and then he running the uppercut nice and short. That means somebody got to come right there in that range. And I used to just be in the mirror shadow boxing over and over and over and over. And then I got with a guy named Leo Martinez. He was an older pro, and I was sparring him, and he had a bar. And I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to use it. I'm gonna see if I can hit him with the uppy. Cause he got that bar on, and I hit him with the uppy. He was also shorter than me, you know. Those are just the things you just gotta be willing to practice and sparring to learn and keep doing. No, somebody got trying to cook. Yeah, so that's basically what Joe Breezy was saying. Like, yeah, my career did get cut short, but at the same time, like when you be around world champions, learning all the time, and then you take the opportunity to go learn from Floyd yourself by watching him, it's gonna take you to another level. Like just seeing it. If you never seen that, then you're not even gonna get it. Like you gotta see it to understand it. We not even believing yet. Remember, when you watch G.I. Joe, they tell you knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe used to say that. Knowing is half the battle. Now you got to apply the knowledge. And that's when you come into wisdom of what you're doing, because over time of applying it against so many people, you'll realize it is what it is. There's fundamental rules in place. I must abide by them. Go ahead, man. Get your work in.
Oh, yeah, I was about to ask a question about those back gloves. Since you brought up Floyd, I was going to ask how often, if any, did you see him?
I didn't see him using the bag gloves, and you know why? I want to say he probably, I don't know if he ever used them. I would have to get in front of him and ask him, but as far as I know, he's always been punching. Put it like this. If Shakur always used gloves to practice in, mitts and everything, that Floyd was doing the same thing because he watched Floyd. And that's why Shakur's hands are always hurt. Because he always punching in gloves.
Oh, okay. So you saying like the reason why Floyd maybe could have had those problems that he had with his hands was because he probably didn't use those bag gloves as much as he should.
No, facts. Because when you think about it, well, no, if you know boxing, I rarely heard about fighters hurting their hands back in the day. It was always retina, thumb, eyes. You rarely heard a fighter hurting his hand like that. And that's because those guys, they like, when you start using the bag gloves, you'll get it. That's why I be begging people. Some stuff I can keep explaining and talking about different people and giving different. Until you actually live that shit, you will be like, damn, I see what Hamza was saying. Like, you really.
For sure, because the last time I was hitting the bag in my in the gym that I lift weights in my workout gym, not the boxing gym that I go to. And when I was in there yesterday, I didn't go full because I didn't want to hurt my fucking hand, but I actually took my gloves off and started hitting it bare hand because like I said, I'm not catching that bag. I'm not turning it over and catching that bag with the knuckle. So it's like I think like I definitely agree with what you told me because I want to treat it as a progression. Like, okay, I want to start back with those bag gloves, and once it becomes muscle memory, to turn over and make contact with my knuckles, then I want to progress to my boxing gloves. I just want to see how you feel about that. Well, even though that's basically what you told me to do, kind of.
Yeah, no, listen. Once you buy some bag gloves, you never hit the bag and nothing else but those. That's what they're literally for. Like if you do mitts, you got to do mitts in some bag gloves with a little padding on them. Like the ring, they got some ringside ones on Amazon for like $20. Like they're a little bit bigger and they got a little padding in them.
Not to cut you off, but it's funny. My bad for cutting you off because it's
No,
like
do your
those
thing.
ones that I seen, and they was only $20. So I was gonna be like, hey, it's like
no, get those. We all get them $20 hollers on nigga. My brother got them bitches. Aaron got them. I told him to get them because he needed to work on turning his punches over. And that nigga got 21 fights. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a skill that it takes time to learn. I just happen to buy a heavy bag, throw it in my basement, and the heavy bag came with them little blue bag gloves, them little Everlast Johns.
Hey, can y'all put them joint? Can y'all put the link for those in the chat? Hey, yo, Troy, and you said, I'm sorry, Hamza. Hey, yo, you said you just need the black bag gloves, nothing underneath, or you need something?
No, just
black, like
bag gloves and the bag gloves that you really should buy are already in the chat. If I didn't mean to cut you off, blood, my bad. You know, we don't. You know, people. You know, I'm not trying to cut anybody off, and if I'm talking,
good, bro.
You know, I'm just making sure. You know what I mean? Because niggas could be cutting me off, and I don't mind it because I don't want to be talking all day. My voice. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be having to really, you know, I'll be screaming a lot sometimes. I'm gonna see if I put them gloves in here in the chat again. You know what? I got some bag gloves I want y'all to buy. They $54 and they a company called KuernoDeChivo. It's too big. And I'm only telling you this because this my little homie Eden, and he Ukrainian, and this is him and his dad, and they make all of this handcraft with real leather. I'm about to put them in the John real quick. Hold on.
And then I just need this bag glove, no wraps or nothing, just the bag glove.
No, you wrap your hands still. You always wrap your hands in your wrist.
Okay, wrapping hands still, okay, that's all I need. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'm just grabbing the link right here. If you get these ones, these are enough cushion for you to be turning your punches. These ones, hold on. I'm getting back to the Discord. These ones, they on the ground. It's called KuernoDeChivo. Those Johns right there, and they hard too. They 54 and they real leather. Listen, bro, you can't get no better glove than that if you gonna be on the bag, really throwing some real shots. Because you can't really slap in those. You gotta ball your fist up, and they got enough padding. Then, if you want to take it to another level, hold on. These are my favorite ones. Hold on. They got mad colors. These bitches is hard. Excuse my language. They come small, medium, extra large. I'm going to put them in the chat.
Hey, Troy, hey Hamza, like I'm 5'4", like so what size would you?
How much you weigh?
Like 138.
Oh yeah, no, you should get the small ones, blood. Like you should get the small or the mediums. Pretty much get the mediums if you're gonna have some gel wraps on, so you can kind of get your hand in there good. But depending on how small your hand is or how big it is, then you will see. But I have some medium ones. The medium ones fit good. I'm about to get some small ones next and see how them fit with some gel wraps on. You know what I'm saying?
Gel wraps is like the Everlast joints, like the Everlast joints that you put on, or like what's the gel wraps?
Them is it. You are correct, sir.
Okay.
They got different brands and shit. Just get some of them. Them help really protect your hands, bro. Like if you're gonna be really punching on bags all the time with them, the gel wraps and them gloves and some bag gloves, you will develop power, bro. You will start hurting people. I'm telling you, if you don't, bro, I will give you free training sessions.
I bet I'm gonna say it back to you, so I'll make sure I got it. You got the Everlast gel wraps or the gel wraps. Then we got I'm gonna get the medium bag gloves. I'm gonna have the gel wraps and the medium bag glove that you just soaked it.
Hold on, I'm gonna put some gel wraps in the chat for you. I ain't even gonna leave you hanging, my nigga. I'm not. I really do this, so it really doesn't. It's not no thing for me, bro. I'm just, I'm here for this type of shit, because when you don't know, it's just like, damn, how do I, like, damn, dog? Because I remember, I didn't realize I was punching until my hands start hurting me all the time, and then when my hands would be hurting, I'm like, it's because my gloves, the wraps I got wasn't enough. So then I'm like, damn, I need a better wrap. I need a better gel wrap for my. And then I start looking up different wraps, and then I seen some gel wraps. I'm like, damn, these is hard. I need to get these. And then I would get them, and I'm like, damn, these feel better. I'm gonna find the ones I used to actually wear. You like damn near, it's like you can hit the bag without them. Or I think they RDX.
My trainer, he recommended me to look at Muhammad Ali, the cruiserweight light heavyweight, who fought Holyfield.
Yeah, he fought George Foreman too. He was just on Instagram today fighting George Foreman.
Got stopped, but it's cool though. This guy, he was the light heavyweight.
No, man, my nigga, that's real boxing. He in there with an all-time great.
Hell, he's an all-time great. It's cool though.
He was an all-time great for the simple fact that I think he got out the joint or something, bro, and took over boxing and got sick and got buggy with it, and he really learned the craft, bro. Like you can never disrespect a nigga like Dwight Muhammad Qawi, bro. He literally had watch his shit. Just watch him, bro. You ain't gotta listen to me. You don't never have to listen to what the fuck I'm saying. Go watch that nigga, and you're gonna be like, oh my God. Like his defense in the pocket, bro, is crazy, my nigga. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Definitely, bro. That shit was God level shit, bro. He was
that
was crazy.
No, like he was crazy in there, bro. Like he gets the utmost respect. And you just gotta watch him, like for real. Like just keep watching him and just watch, how you gotta be willing to just be rewind, have your playback game crazy. I'm still getting some gel wraps up in here. Looking for some. Looking for looking for a good source of brand. I want to say these ones right here look pretty good. Let me take a look at it.
It was this other Latin brother who my man had me look at. He was short. He fought Pernell Whitaker. He fought De La Hoya. He was the Latin dude that used to have a crazy haircut and used to always come in the ring.
Are you talking about you talking about Pius?
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
You talking about Pius?
Hardest of the hardcore.
Yeah, Pius.
You know everybody.
Pius was a circus. Aaron just locked that. Pius was actually a circus freak. That's why I used to wear his hair like that. You never unlocked?
Exactly.
Oh, my bad, blood.
Yeah,
he was a circus freak, but he really had them skills. Pius really had them skills. Yeah, he was slick in there. Like him in his prime, he was nasty, bro. Like those are the guys that you gotta be willing to watch without prejudice. I get it. Like, cause when I first was watching boxing, I was only watching Floyd. But at some point, I ran out of it's like I can't even watching Floyd. I get an excitement when other niggas watching. Now I get excitement when watching other boxing, period, because man, you be seeing some like Ness put me on with Gabriel Ruelas. Like, man, he was nasty. Like that's somebody you watch if you want to know how to get low and squat low. Watch him when he fought Jesse James Leha. That's a good ass scrap, bro. Like, and you gotta see, bro, I'm a Negro. If you got the juice, nigga, you got the juice. Rocky Marciano, juice. That's why Larry Holmes was just disrespecting the guy like that. That nigga Rocky Marciano, blood, when niggas was old and done, he brought him out the grave and gave him paydays, bro. Think about that. Think about that. When you ain't even worth nothing no more, don't nobody really want to get no work with you because your name ain't in the public, and Rocky Marciano come get you for some work because he with the mob and they paying. And then what? It's different now because now these niggas, like, so you got the Archie Moore, that's a payday. You know what I mean? So, you know, I watch all of that, bro. You gotta, it's skill in all of it. You gotta watch it, but it's a golden era, but it's skill in everything. But I'm gonna tell you, if you watch Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta, you will see some boxing, my nigga. Listen, I never seen so many jabs in my life. Niggas don't listen. Watch Sugar Ray Robinson and Jake LaMotta. The fight where he stopped Jake LaMotta, but he ain't dropping. He just hit him with dumbass combinations, just bang, 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 bang. But bro, like Sugar Ray Robinson was a good 5'10". It was about a middleweight height anyway. Bro, he really is tripling and quadrupling jabbing for rounds on top of rounds.
Hey, this was like last month, like while I was working. Like I was watching Sugar Ray Robinson, definitely, like he was definitely skilled in a motherfucker. Like he kind of remind me of Floyd, to be honest. I'm actually like, is that
no
that's probably where Floyd get his Floyd probably get his style from his father and his uncle, but is that the style that like?
Yeah, because Sugar Ray Robinson fought behind the shoulder. He'll go in the shell, but it's so subtle. Like if you watch his highlights, Sugar Ray Robinson to be in the shell. Even he be square, but his shoulder be tucked. He don't be as far as really like at an angle, but he'll be like a little more square because he'll get caught moving along the ropes, but he'll go into the shell and shell up. Like, and be catching punches and roll out of there and get back to kicking the jab. Like, and that's because Jack Blackburn was his coach. And Jack Blackburn, think how Joe Louis fight. Even Joe Louis, even though he fight with his hand up, he still fight behind the shoulder at an angle. My bad, I had to hit this weed because those are bars.
Hey yo, Hamza. Hey yo, so look, like I said, like I'm 5'4" and all that, and then so I'm
So wait,
peaking at 30
hold on, my nigga. How old are you again?
32.
All right, so I'm big bro. Listen,
Yeah.
what be the weight of the niggas you be sparring?
So let's see. Everybody bigger than me. Everybody bigger than me, but like as of late, like Miguel, he out of shape. He 40, he out of shape now. He got the guts, so he might be 180, like 170, 160.
But he be working with you.
Yeah. He's sparring with us. He spar everybody. He
gonna just
work.
That's the thing. Work with him, and just don't even trip off your jitters if you're working with Miguel. Like really be respectful of him and say, hey man, I'll be talking to a pro fighter. I know who Miguel Torre is. He used to wear the tail.
Exactly. Hell yeah, exactly. That's him.
Yeah, he had good pivots and angles. Kind of like low key, like some Lomachenko shit, kind of, but he got boxing ability. I want to say these gel wraps are good. Like these look like some pretty good looking gel wraps because the thumb is not a lot of material. So I'm gonna say it says premium gel inner glove, quick wrapping, more stability. What are you talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna send these to the chat because they come in small, medium, and extra large, and they really they about $16, and that's a good price for some gel wraps.
I think I got medium before, so I'm gonna get the small ones because I think the Everlast I got medium. So I'm gonna get the small because my hands. I'm gonna get small.
Yeah, you need small everything because me and you in the same boxing bracket, damn near. It don't matter if I'm welterweight. All our equipment is small, like so you need small shit, like.
Bro, but like, dude, so Miguel, it's another brother, like that dude in there. He might be like 150, 150, something like that, 140, maybe 160. It's just that it was a bigger dude I was sparring with a few times. He like 6 feet. I know he made 180, 190. You know what I'm saying? So, but I was bringing it up to say I'm the shorter man in every scenario. So I'm thinking about the head movement, getting in. But I guess the jab part, you always it's always the double jab in, or it's the head movement slip. You know, I know we working the body on the way in. You know, we slip and we head movement and all that, but it's the double jab to get in too. Double jab to get in, or we slip or catch the jab and throw the jab as well. I guess that's what I'm asking. So it's always the double jab to get in, and then like once I get in, and I'm staying in because I'm short, and I know we working, but it's about the head moving, slipping, shit, and then trying to land the jab on the way in. That's what my main objective. That's what I should be thinking about when I get in, or as far as trying to get in.
I would say this. I would never tell you to do like the same thing over and over and over again. There's multiple ways to get in fundamentally. You want to be feinting, jabbing, moving the head, check hooking, moving the head, feinting, coming forward, jabbing. You want to really be jabbing towards the eyes with the intent to blind someone. Quick as you can. Like, it's going to make you tired. You just want to really be quick off the jab. And then once you do that and get used to doing that, that'll put you in position to spear the jab to the stomach so that you could step in. But there's going to be different ways to get in every time. It's a constant. Sometimes you got to let somebody throw a shot, slip it and step in off the slip, or roll in off the slip. You see what I'm saying? Or roll in off of a shot. You know what I mean? It's multiple ways to get in. You just, as a beginner, you would jab and feint your way in. Do not hop in. You just listen, bro, it's going to be hard. They're going to be punching you at first, getting off. You're going to be, and as a shorter fighter, listen, bro, you got to learn how to fight good with your hands up. You listen, I'm sorry. That has to be your main objective style first. Not in the high guard on some walking down shit, but in the high guard on some shut up bitch and fight with Canelo. Watch Floyd and Zab Judah shut up bitch and fight, and then watch Canelo and mix those two styles together, and you will have something. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. I just gave you some sauce. Listen, you watch the Zab Judah fight when he start walking him down behind the high guard, picking him with the straight left, straight jabs out the high guard, and then watch Canelo walking forward against Sergey Kovalev. And just watch how he just take his time. You know what I mean? Watch how he taking his time walking forward. You know what I mean?
What about Canelo and like Callum Smith?
Yeah, that one too. Yup. But the reason why I said Sergey Kovalev, because he had a hard time getting in. You see what I'm saying? Like if you can learn from Canelo when he was having the hardest time getting in and still getting the stoppage, those are the moves that are the moves of desperation that not are outside the fundamental realm. Like Canelo, when he put the pressure on you, he needed to win the fight. So you have to look of everything he did to break the man down. And then also watch the Callum Smith fight also, because Callum Smith got a good jab. Watch the Jermell Charlo fight in Canelo. It's not that Jermell Charlo didn't throw nothing. It's just that Charlo know that Jermell is strong. And he kept his hands up in a certain manner that he didn't do with Billy Joe Saunders. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how you know. Like, watch how he kept his hands up with Edgar Berlanga. Like, Berlanga pretty big, bro. High title amateur. You know, though, just watch those fights where he fight the bigger guys and you'll see. You know what I mean? Because he got to be using different shits. He got to be using different. Yes, sir.
Hey, Hunt.
Yes, sir.
Since we on the topic of shorter guys.
Yes, sir.
How would you describe Tank always been a shorter guy? His style walking forward, is it just? Would you just say like kind of like what he was doing against Frank Martin, just like the just high guard? That's kind of his way of getting in, being a shorter guy.
No, Tank walks you down behind the high guard and head movement and his hands close to his face, so that way when he into his catching and counter mode. So like put it like this. Tank could be walking towards you. You could throw something. He'd catch your punches and answer back to the body real quick because he's short. And that's the thing that I learned being a shorter fighter. You hit what's in front of you. And when I'm slipping a shot, I just come back to the body off rip because it's right there. And I'm in that safe zone where I'm not going to get countered. And I'm answering to your bitch ass body, like me and Sean Hall say, go to his bitch ass body. So if you're doing that, any type of move Tank doing, he got his hands closer to his face, catching the punches because he's shorter. So then soon as he get in, he catch it, whether he pulling, slipping, or breaking at the waist, he coming back with the shots. Whilst he's walking forward like Canelo do. They got the same build. That's what Tio is about to be doing. They got the same build. So you gotta think
that's why.
Go ahead, cook.
That's why really those two guys is really my favorite my favorite fighters, because I
hold on. My bad. Somebody on this chat said Canelo and Crawford May 3rd in Vegas. Is that true? I seen it on the ground, but I didn't say nothing. And somebody else was talking about it like, well, no, Robert Garcia was saying Canelo has to be careful with his career at this point and take us the biggest money fights. So he might be getting to work with Crawford. And if he is, it's going to be some good work. But Canelo, you're going to really see what I'm talking about. Now that way we could just go right into it on this. Because Bud is not about to stand in front of Canelo, bro. That is a recipe. That's how I built my style. Because I knew that I didn't have a promoter. I said, man, I really got to master this defensive thing. And I remember niggas used to be talking about Canelo. And I was like, man, I really got to, my niggas is on my ass about Canelo beating Laura. And I watched it. And I said, damn, he really threw nonstop smoke the whole fight. And really got moves and was doing a lot. Then I understood, like, damn, what am I doing wrong in boxing? Because at some point, I'm gonna have to come forward and learn how to. So then I seen we was talking about this is the ego days. I ain't mean to cut you off, but this got to do with a shorter fighter, sir. The Kingsmen, the ones in the chat, the ones in the thing. This is the thing. I start going and digging in the crates. Everybody was saying that Cotto was gonna hit Canelo with the hook like his brother did. I was like, nah, because if I know all he got is the hook, Canelo gonna know that. And when I watched the fight, it really made me, and Canelo, it was a different fight because you just can't come forward to Miguel Cotto recklessly. He might knock you out, bro. Like my nigga Aaron sparred Miguel Cotto. He said for his size, that little nigga's hook is definitely got smoke on it. And I really wanted to see for myself because Aaron can't spar Miguel Cotto how I can because I'm really more his size. Aaron is too big. Aaron Trout size. That's why Trout was able to lightweight smoke him. Like him. Aaron, you just got to see the size of these niggas. The size really matters, bro. Pause. So when I was looking Canelo and Cotto got good boxing, bro. Like he got a good quick jab. He got good skills. Like Canelo was neutralizing shit, catching and countering, slipping, getting sauce God in there. I was like, listen, I know Cotto got some little pop. I started saying, what is it that Canelo's doing in professional boxing that I'm not doing? Because every time they hitting him, he's not even tripping. His hands be in a Ray Leonard position. His hand be down kind of like a shell. Other hand by the chin. He working, catching, hooking, jabbing, and doing. And then he might get hit with a shot, but he never trip. He kind of still be into his zone of slipping and his fundamentals. And that's when I start realizing, like, oh shit. If you really chill, like, say you get hit with a jab and your head snap back, or somebody do a shoot a shot at you, or pause or come at you with some shots, and you flow your arms up or do something in a manner that doesn't block the shot cleanly to where the old school fighters was doing it. The judge is automatically gonna be like, he didn't respond like a real champion. He didn't respond like with the skill set of a champion. That's what I see when I'm coaching and when I'm watching fights. When I watch George Benton and Ruben Hurricane Patterson coming at him full throttle with hard shots, he never breaks the position of the shell and catching his punches and rolling. He don't even look like he tripping. That's what I noticed with Canelo when he was fighting Laura. Listen, you not telling me Laura's not smoking with the left hand. There's no way you not telling me that. There's no way nobody in this world is telling me Laura's left hand doesn't have all-time great smoke on it. It does. And he was hitting Canelo with clean lefts. And that's when I start saying, damn, he not even tripping. Like he not going out of, put it like this. When somebody come at Devin Haney, he overcommits to the defense and panics. Keyshawn panics. Tevin Farmer panic. I could just keep naming fighters. Panic, 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 panic. They start panicking. Like they do moves that are not, that you not. Listen, when I teach boxing, as soon as you do some shit I didn't teach you, hey blood, what is you doing? Why you stepping or doing this? Why you squatting like this? Why you throwing that like that? Why you doing that? Like I don't practice that. So then when you do it, then we making mistakes. That's when I gotta be like, hey, no, fix your hand. Do like this. Do like that. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm saying. Like these things, with the things that you're describing and asking, it's just simple technique that must be mastered. You just got to keep doing it over and over and over and over and over through sparring and fights. You know what I mean? But far as understanding how to catch shots and block shots, and you got to really practice that in sparring. Like, you got to practice it. You got to get in there with anybody that's less experienced than you and just be slipping and moving. Because you going to throw what you need to throw on the mitts, on the bag, on the reflex bag. You're going to be throwing some shit on the speed bag. But when are you going to work your defense? And that was the tail in the bay on me. You always say you working on something. Yeah, because I see Floyd, and I'm like, how does he get his defense like that? Because it's only so many times you're going to learn something on some mitts. Like, you got to get it down in the sparring. That would simulate the fight. So I start really moving and trying to catch punches, and niggas be hitting you sometimes. You know what I mean? But if you really want to look good under the lights, then that's what I would suggest, because that's what practice is for. And that's how I learned my defense like that. And I was already defensive minded because Sugar Ray Leonard and Pernell Whitaker attracted me. And just being able to elude and move in that way. Like, put it like this. Barry Sanders is my favorite running back of all time. That's why I like the defense I like, because even though he's an offensive player to keep from getting tackled, is his defense, is his lateral movement. That's why I be cooking like this. I'm about to just walk away. This fucking mic is on fire right now. I'm looking at it. It's fuego. It's on fire. The mic is on fire. And that's why I be telling y'all, when you read the metal net there, it'll help you integrate things. Like, I like what I like. When I hoop, Ray for Austin, Sham God, Tim Hardaway, quick. I like quick handle. I like quick shifty handle. Skirt, 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 skirt. You're gone. Moving quick. Even between the legs is quick, because you must be on alert. I might go through past you. Yeah, nigga, yeah, be on alert. Even when I'm going between my legs, I'm moving in the same manner of a feint. My feints are quick. Like, it's all a game of illusion, and the hand is quicker than the eye. That's why I teach the things I teach of the fundamentals, because when your hands is quick, it's hard to block shots, and you get in there with a fast guy, you need to get your hands in certain positions. You get in there with a slow guy, then you could just stop his shots from even coming to you, because he don't even have the speed. You don't even want to be blocking the punches on your body because he a hard puncher. You just stop him on some karate. Y'all know, bang, 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 cut him up, block, stop, tie him up. You know what I mean? Canelo, his skill set is tied in his defense and his head movement. That's the only way that he's able to neutralize guys so long without being a shorter fighter. So if you look at Canelo and Dwight Muhammad Qawi, you're seeing one and two in the same, Mexican and black. It's all about short head movement, slipping. So that's why your coach is telling you to look at Muhammad Qawi and Canelo and some of them guys, because that head movement and slipping and getting inside and knowing how to use your hands to catch shots. And that's why I say for a shorter fighter, you got to have your hands closer to your face to catch the punches, because long guys with long arms can go around your short arms. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be catching punches and working your way in and using strong jabs on your Joe Frazier. You know what I mean? So I think about Joe Frazier's style. He's shorter heavyweight. Tank, Mike Tyson, all shorter guys. You know what I mean? Like, taller guys can afford to do different things. It's all about the body style, makeup, and the dimensions. But when it comes to having all forms of defense, you must be able to defend if your feet were in the mud. You must be able to defend with your feet in the mud, upper body movement, squatting, getting low, coming forward, stepping with your punches, stepping backwards with your punches. Then the guy going to the side, you skip it to the side, pawing the jab so he can't get away, and you keeping something in his face. You actually telling me that people that y'all be watching, coaching boxing, be telling fighters to do that. Hey, no, he moving to it. He trying to escape out to if he a right-hander. He trying to take a walk towards right. You gotta, if you boxing, you walking towards his right, then you gotta walk towards your right too. So because he's trying to skate out that way. No, say he's skating out to his left, then you walk towards your right. But say he boxing and trying to float, then you gotta be skipping, pawing the jab, because you can't be skipping without pawing the jab, because you might skip right into a shot. So you skip pawing the jab, keeping something out there, and that is going to dictate the range off the rippy. And then that's going to say, oh, shit, the nigga dictating the range, and he coming to me pawing. As soon as I make him, if I throw anything and make a mistake, he going to cut me. Like, you telling me fighters these coaches be like, hey, listen, when he trying to box, move, and when he go again. For example, Jaime Munguia. Hey, listen, Jaime, you got to cut him off. You got to step towards your left. When he get to moving, he's stepping out towards his right.
He stepped into him, got his ass slid.
No, he didn't. Actually, on the tape, the guy, what he does, he bait people into the ropes, then he step to his right and throw the right hand. Jaime Munguia threw his shots and stepped to his right, which is following the guy. Guy hit him with a right hand.
Yeah, head over his fucking knee.
Yep. But the why his head was over his knee is because the guy feinted the jab. That people didn't see that.
He do that shit all the time.
But that's because how he slip his punches, and that's what.
I was watching him and wanted a piece of him off that shit.
But this the thing. That's why I be telling the kids, Akai, all these little niggas who be boxing, stop slipping with your head coming forward. You step in like you step in with your head forward with your hands up, you're gonna get smoked. That's a move. That's not a move. Like you gotta be, your head gotta be in the center of your legs if you standing. If you standing, you should be in the center. Anytime you leaning forward with your head, you could just it's over. And that, a lot of fighters do it. A lot. Many mad fighters. I see it all the time. I do mitts. So when I'm doing mitts, your head leaning forward. Your head leaning forward. Your head leaning. I constantly say it to them. Your head leaning forward. If you watch, you know what? I'll just put the mitts in the chat for you to see. While y'all chilling, anybody got something they want to cook on? I ain't got all day to be yapping. Hold on, I'm fine. I got Nora's been sending me multiple Johns every day. I got mad footage on here. All right, yeah, here one. I'm gonna share this one. Hold on. Copy link. Here's an example of slipping, but the head not coming forward. It's on my gram. If you go in there and watch it, you'll see it. It's some mid work. And that's why when I got him, I got a fight where I actually was pulling those moves because Ramon had got the footage, and I didn't even realize I was doing all of that. And I really started to see like, oh, I see how doing double slip unders over and over and over and over and over and over again, how that actually transfers. Because I start like moving my shoulders with the double slip under, like slip, slip, roll. And then when I actually got in a fight and somebody was throwing punches, I would squat down and be like slip, 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 and then answer back. And it was when I first fought that big ass middleweight Mexican dude that came in at 156 because he came out that joint hot.
That's what you got to find out too. I didn't get to it.
He came out that joint hot.
How you all doing? You go the same.
You want to cook, Khaled?
If you didn't market it, ain't friend.
Exactly.
Khaled, you cooking? But yeah. But yeah, if you go in the chat, you will see that. You know, it's just a way for you to understand, like, it's just small mistakes like that.
I think he's got his mic on, but actually.
Yeah, no, I know, I hear him. It's all good. He'll get it. When he come back, he'll hear it. Yeah, so you just got to really know how to practice and keep really reiterating on slip like this. Don't slip with your head forward. Slip like that. Slip like that. Keep the head down. Turn and squat. Turn and squat. Turn and slip this way. Roll up under. Don't roll. When you roll, don't swim with your head. You don't swim your head coming forward.
Yesterday, because they came in yesterday, like yesterday. So I was gonna print out this morning, but I'm saying I print out something, but I didn't get to everything.
He going in on somebody at work.
They came in last night.
But yeah, those are the things I be showing, like even when I'm doing mitts with Dion, like when he first doing mitts, I mean, bro, your head coming forward, bro. So now I learn how to throw the uppercut on the mitt while you rolling, so that means your head will stop coming. That's some of the stuff I had to work on with CYP. That's just a mistake you make. Like, even when you get tired, you're going to do it. But that's the thing.
Danny Buxton.
Jaime Munguia. Hey, Khaled, mute your jaw. Khaled, mute your jaw. My nigga Lamont that I trained was in camp behind me, Munguia, deep in Mexico. And he said they don't really know what they doing in training. They don't be training cuz for real. Like they don't really be training cuz. Like they don't know what they doing. They just be sparring hard and running a lot. And eating beans and rice. He said they don't really be breaking down nothing technical. They wanted Lamont to stay down here to teach him how to jab to the body.
Let me get the
I told him he should have stayed in California. He hard-headed. Listen, he never moved here. He moved with a chick in Sacramento. On Boss Back.
What'd you say?
He moved with a chick in Sacramento, a Boss Back.
Boss bitch.
Hey, Khaled, you gotta mute your phone, blood. Khaled, mute your jaw. But yeah, he Jaime Munguia and them was there, and they would just be begging him to spar and stay down there to show him some different stuff.
I don't need that few extra dollars. Run it in.
They wasn't trying to pay him at first.
Oh yeah, that was geek. Bet you they're paying now.
They wasn't trying to pay none of the sparring partners. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, that was geek.
They paying now though. Lewis Rose was down there.
I believe.
That's when Lamont met him when he was down there.
Lewis Rose a cool ass nigga.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on that nigga for hella long.
Yeah, so like, though it's just different tutelage and things I've learned from coaching over the years, watching coaches in Akron, watching coaches in Columbus. My coach in Columbus is the best coach I ever had. Mike Johnson, he really know boxing. Like he has a trick for any and everything to really, it's some old school shit. Like he got it. He had it. I was be like, man, he know how to do all different types of moves and styles and footwork and just, and it's not out of control. It's just simple things from different styles, bunny hopping and skating and pinning somebody on the ropes by grabbing a rope so they can't get out that way. Man, he was really showing me a whole bunch of moves. Man, I ain't even used half of it because it's too much. It's just not even, ain't nobody about to be, man, he got real old school tricks. He used to have this one combination where you throw the 1-2, you miss the hook on Mike Johnson. No, he alive. He throw the 1-2, and then you miss the hook on purpose over their head. And then when you miss the hook, you say you right-handed. You throw the 1-2. When you throw the hook, you miss the hook and step with your right foot. They think you missed the hook, and they looking, but you know you didn't miss it on purpose. When they try to answer, you meet them with the right hand. Listen, I seen it done. I seen it done. I seen it. It's a trick move because you when you boxing, you really used to slipping and moving. So they might throw a hook and you might think you rolling up under and about to come back and he missed it on purpose. And you think he vulnerable and he waiting for you to make the move to run you into the right hand over his own shoulder. That's what I'm saying. Like he had all types of moves like that. Like on top of rolling shoulders and rockings. He had a series of moves on the mitts called hopovers. Like where you will be hopping over, rocking back, then turning the shoulder. He will be chaining this shit together on the mitts. Like 1-2, hop over, 2-3-2, roll the shoulder, 2, rock back, 2-3-2. Like he'll be doing all of that on the mitts, calling it out. Like then he'll do that for a minute, then he'll be like jab, jab, 1, 2.
Thanks, brother.
Then he'll throw the
Good day,
jab.
bro.
He'll be showing you like how to catch the jab. Then he'll be like,
He
listen,
left out.
feint him like this. He'll show you with the mitts on. He'll feint. You will be like, no, do this with your hands. Then he'll show you. Then he'll be like, no, listen, you feint him like that, and then you drop down like you slipping like this. And I'll be like, he'll be like, listen, don't even worry about it. Just do it. Watch the guy freeze. And I'll be like, he'll be like, listen, you already in the position to slip. So that makes it a move in itself. He didn't even explain it like that. But the way he was explaining the move, that's what it was. Because he'll be telling me to roll the shoulder for no reason. He'll be like, roll the shoulder, 2, 3, 2. I'll be sparring somebody and my hands will be up regular. And he'll be like, roll the shoulder, 2, 3, 2. Dude ain't even throwing no punches. And he'll be like, roll the shoulder. And then I'll just roll my shoulder. Dude wouldn't even understand. He'll just bang, bang, start running into punches. I'll just be standing, hands will be up, regular fundamental. He'll just be like, pull counter. Off rip. He ain't got to throw no jab or nothing. Pull, bang, catch your ass. Especially when niggas go against the rope and then you skip up to him, he'll be like, pull counter. As soon as they get against the ropes, pull counter, hop over, bang, bang. Those are the moves Mike Johnson used to be showing me as an amateur. And I seen him really make people do them in sparring and in fights and be really pulling them. National champions, mad national champions, Blackburn boxing. He had a girl named Shanae. Man, I forgot Shay's name, but her last name was Watkins. Her brother name was Hakeem. They both can box. She was #1 in the nation at one point. She was dumb, crazy, geeked.
For the man, hold on one second. For the body oil?
Yeah. Khaled.
You told him you $6 yeah, you told him you let both of them know? Yes, sir.
Hold on.
Hold on one second, Mom.
Khaled. Hold on, you gotta mute. Yeah, like that's when my coach, man, Mike Johnson, man, that's the best coach I had. He knew what he knew how he used to.
1 second, Mom, I gotta send something out.
He used to be really going to doing body work with the guys and stuff still. I shut the Discord down because Cuz was talking in the John. He's still in there. I shut it down because he was in there still. I'll get it going back again. But yeah, dog. Mike Johnson was the best coach. He had the best all-around coaching skill I had. He used to be teaching a lot of different things in there. He had a lot of national champions. He had a boxing program. His cousin was Zelle Johnson, was on the Olympic team. And then Eddie Croft was another good coach. You know what I mean? Like Eddie Croft was a good coach because he was a professional. So he had to articulate some of the same information as some of the other guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Akai and them. Yeah, no, Akai won. He got some good work in. He got to get in shape and do more mid work so that way he can know how to get in and move his head jabbing in and quit trying to force his way in. It was still good work, but last time I was coaching, we had worked on tying people up. We had worked on it the whole time. Worked on tying people up. Worked on tying guys up. Worked on tying them up. And taking that time to do that. Because now we seeing in the amateurs, he was tying a guy up. And the referee will call break. He'll break, get back to work, shoot the right hand, slide out to the right, roll out to the right. Shoot the right hand, roll out to the right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like you got to be able to. We got the Discord going again. I'll put the link in the John. Hold on. Put in the chat in the John. Chill out. Chill out. That's the Discord. If you want to come in the Discord, get up in there, ask a question. Get up in the Discord. I'll wait for y'all to come up in the Discord. If y'all want to get in there, ask a question, and hop back in the other live. You know what I mean? That's how you can ask a question real quick. Then you can become a part of KuernoDeChivo's Academy. Anytime we live, you in there, you ask questions. We breaking down this boxing. We already been live for 2 hours. We already did a 2 hour. We already been 2 hours in. So yeah, no, Kai got some good work in today. Great work in. We broke down the fight on the thing. That's one thing he know how to land. He know how to land that right hand. This the thing is going to take time for him to learn how to execute the jab without breaking the distance. It just needs to be done over and over in practice. Then on the mitts a certain way. You know what I mean? And then learning blood your kettle John. And then learning how to jab and slip his way in. Because right now, he at his weight, he's short. He might need to go down in weight if he will get his diet together, but he's still winning at that weight. But when they'll be a little bit taller than that, you can't escape the height anyway.
You can't escape it.
You can't escape it. So he needs to learn how to jab and slip in anyway. And that's just fighting coming forward. That take a little time to learn because you got to gauge the distance. And you can really you could really hurt somebody if you learn how to jab coming forward. And I would say this. It don't matter if you flicking a jab or using a spear jab. Either jab, you have to know how to step off the back foot coming forward so that your jab is strong enough and quick enough and have that nice snapping strength on it. So that way when you shooting it to the body or jabbing them to the head, that they're reluctant to do certain things because your jab is so sharp, it's either blinding them. And listen, when you jab, you got to jab the nose. I learned that from Ann Wolf. You jab the nose. You telling me if you ain't jabbing somebody's nose, you busting their nose up with the jab, that they going to have a problem seeing other shots. And then you jabbing them to the solar plexus pretty stiff. That's what you want to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Does CYP CYP beat King? Yes, he does. CYP does beat King. CYP bigger. No, I know we're gonna see about it because I'm coaching him, and once I show him how to land punches and not worried about getting hit, he's gonna do it because he's performed in front of people multiple times before. Like, so it's only a matter of time before the things he does comes to fruition, because being nervous is not a thing. He is the one asking to be a part of this. That's the first thing you have to recognize when you're boxing, coaching, or doing anything. Is someone being forced to do this? One thing I heard about Earl, I knew about Earl Spence, and I heard out of his mouth, he wanted to quit boxing and his daddy made him stay doing it. My daddy never made me box. My nigga's daddy never made him box. We boxed because we wanted action. Earl Spence said his daddy made him quit. When he wanted to quit, his daddy kept him going. Your daddy can't keep you doing something you don't want to do for real once you become a mature man. That is the first thing I noticed. CYP has been asking to fight in Border Wars. That means he's thirsty for knowledge. He's already been in the Junior Olympics in track and ran against Usain Bolt. He's already,
I didn't know that.
yeah, he got his own gym. It's like, he's an athlete, bro. Like, if you go onto his Instagram, watch him do his sprints. He's
way bigger than you.
No, listen. Once you have that, and then I teach you technique. I'm not playing with him. He got to buy the bag gloves fucking too. I had his ass in them bag gloves. The first day he didn't wear them. The second day he wore them, he said, "Oh, no." I didn't even tell him what to do. He said he hit the glove. I said, "No." I said, "All four knuckles, jab, bang." He tried to flick it like he did with the glove on. I said, "No, all four knuckle." And then he did it and was like, boom. And I'm like, that's it. And then he was like, "Oh, you really want me to turn that bitch?" I've just been telling you to do that, but until you feel it in a bag glove, you will never truly understand. Because when you
when are you
feel,
gonna start training?
I already started.
Yeah, but Border Wars is March 1st, right?
Yeah.
So, like, when are you actually gonna start training them day in, day out?
Listen, bro. I said it earlier in the chat. And this has to do with spirituality, Skittles. It's in Revelations. Yeah. And listen, an Ethiopian pastor tried to kind of come at me and my little brother, my younger brother, about reprimanding us about not being in church on time. And we never discussed that. And I told him out of the Bible, God has a door for you no man can close. That's your brain, and that's your temple that's not built by man. This Solomon God told the supreme being, told consciousness and will, told Solomon, go into the temple not built by man. That's a door. Once you go into your own mind, that's where you create. That's your heaven. So once I teach you the moves, are you going to shadow box every day? Are you going to hit the bag like I told you every day? He taped everything.
Right.
He taped it all. That's how I knew he was serious. Anybody who really serious, tape everything. Listen, every training session with Virgil, some shit, especially with Amir Khan, it's taped. All of them were taped. Listen, they studied my tapes. They had to. I was funky handling it. They were trying to figure out, well, what is he doing as a southpaw, and what he doing in boxing, period, and why can he just stand right here and execute? Why is the speed not bothering him? Why he not, Once I trained Dion twice a week for a year, and he's sharp. Not even twice a week for real sometimes, because he'll not show up for a month. I said, listen, bro, if you shadow box like Andre Ward every day, your fundamentals will stay intact. Slow down. And then there's going to be a time where now I'm just telling you to just shadow box regular. Like, just follow through with your punches, hooks, turn your body, step with your punches coming forward. Do that every day. Now listen, this was Dion's routine. Maybe y'all can use it. He was running. He started having knee problems. I said, it's the way you're not stepping with your punches the right way. He started stepping with his punches the right way. His knee problem went away. I said, listen, do your sprints. But listen, if you really, it's more than one way, bro. You got your bone structure, you pretty heavy. I said, I would suggest you bike. No, I didn't even suggest it. I said, do sprints. He said he start biking.
Yeah.
He said, I bike for an hour on hard, and then I shadow box for 12 minutes straight with my egg weights in my hand. Listen, bro, I said, every time I could tell when he doing, listen, ever since we start training and I prescribe that for him to do, every time he meet me, he's sharp. I already taught him how to throw the hook the right way, throw all the punches the right way. Fundamentally, how to roll without tilting his head forward, how to do everything. Now it's up to you to master it. Now it's not up to me. Now, when you're not with me, what are you spending your time doing? Are you spending your time playing video games? Are you spending your time with your girlfriend, Dion? No, I could tell what he's doing. Good ass jab. Yeah, you've been working, bro. I could tell you've been working. You've been shadow boxing every day with your egg weights. There's no excuses. He turned all his punches over. Good. Now, can he land them at will and do the things he need to do when he get in there with the experience? No, not all the way yet. That's different. But when it comes to trying to execute a fundamental punch and turning it over, even when he miss a hook, the elbow is up. When he shoot a right hand and land it, is straight, perfect, turn, over. I seen it. I was watching it. That we don't even have to think about that now. All we got to do is work on how to land these shots so you can break the guy down and make him tired and stop him. That's all we doing. Those things take time, bro. Mastering defense. Now the next step is, hey, bro, I need you to start shadow boxing for 24 minutes of defense before you throw any punch. Them his next prescribed instructions. After you bike and you tired, after you bike and you do 50 jump squats, defense. That's going to be something I prescribe for him next to do, so that way he can learn how to bend his knees and squat. Every fighter must learn how to do that and get low. That's how you generate power on your punches. And the defense is, you have to add depth and get low. So that's going to help him with that. And then he'll be able to slip and move and get his punches together. That way, when somebody fast, he could just, the easiest thing to do is just squat down under a jab. Especially when you're in there with somebody a couple inches taller than you. And the guy he was in there with was a couple inches taller than him, and also like 35, 36 or something like that. 30. He was in his mid-30s. So that was like, you know, and he, even though he only had 5 amateurs, the nigga Chima been in there for a while. So that's what I need Dion to see. He'll get some more, next time he gets some work, it'll be against somebody who just doing like some tech type of sparring. So that way he could just learn some more things. But then even in the sparring he did that day, he did body work with Aaron. So he could still push through and be in shape. Him being in shape is is not even a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still hold decent position even in shape. It's just learning how not to look, your head snapping back, how to learn how to keep your hands up good in the high guard and catch punches when you get a certain tired, now move your head in the high guard too. Those things, all of that take time. And when he not doing certain things, then that's when we just go to the lab and work on that for about the next 90 days. And then I prescribe for him to work on that with the moves up taught. Anytime he not with me. And he do it. And when I get back to him and I see him in sparring, he have it. It be down packed. So that's really what it takes, especially when you training somebody with no prior experience. You just got to really teach them the moves, and then you have to make sure, listen, bro, you got to shadow box every day. You don't need a bag. You don't need to hit nothing. You have to shadow box every day. There's different types of shadow boxing. You shadow boxing with your hands up, shadow boxing in the shell. And then listen, you telling me you not gonna learn how to catch a jab, a right hand, and a hook if you don't practice it in the shell? If I stand right hand and I go jab, right, hook, jab, right, hook, jab, right, hook. I just put the hand in front of my face to catch the jab, bring my shoulder to my chin, and then put my hand, bring my head down and open my hand up. You tell me if I work on that 3,000 times a day. Listen, you really working on 9,000 defense moves because you're working on catching a jab, catching a right, catching a hook. You working on that sequence 3,000 times. You telling me when somebody get in front of you, you're not going to be able to do it, bro? Of course you are. But you need somebody to tell you, hey, bro, this works if you do it this way. You don't need nobody doing it in front of your face. Visualize somebody throwing a jab and you catching it. And you practicing it. Catch the jab, catch the right hand on the shoulder, catch the hook. And then you keeping the shoulder and you stand behind the shoulder. You practice that. That's how I got it. That's how I told y'all earlier. That's how I practiced my Andre Berto uppercut. That's how I learned that by seeing Andre Berto win his first title. I was like, damn, that uppercut is nasty. I really got to learn how he doing that. He kind of like rocking back just a little bit. And then I'll shadow box every day and watch myself in the mirror do it. And I said, I got to look like how Berto was doing it. Like, I got to get it because when he do it, he kind of like roll the shot and he do it quick. Like he yop. And then the shoulder, he be kind of behind the shoulder with it. And I was like, I kept working on it in the mirror, shadow boxing over and over. And then one day I got enough common sense to practice it in sparring, and then I landed it. Once I landed it once, I said, oh, okay. Now let me try to do it another way. You know what I'm saying? And then it started to grow. That's how you learn, dog. If you don't put the practice and the shadow boxing is where you master it first. Then next I would say get on the mitts. Then the next I would say get on the bag and do the same move. Then the next I would say get in sparring with somebody who less experienced and tail end work your moves and be real loose doing it. Then as you get better work for a fight, the technique will settle in over time.
Yeah. But you have to have someone there that actually knows.
Gotta have somebody there because they have to prescribe. Put it like this: how does a doctor or a nutritionist prescribe what they need you to do to lose or gain? They prescribe the diet plan. But they gotta know they gotta be based on some type of science, fundamentals, atoms, and so somebody who boxed before will say, well, you know what? Take your time, start shadow boxing the move. Shadow boxing, pulling this move. Try to do it and try to look like the fighter you emulating first before you add your own pizzazz.
Yeah.
And then it'll start to come to fruition. Then you learn it on the mitts. Then you do it on the bag with no punches in front of you on the reflex bag. Then you do it on the speed bag. Find out how to do it on the speed bag. And then that's the whole creativity of boxing. Then you go back. Then when your trainer get with you, y'all working it repetitiously on the mitts. Then when you get in sparring, you might throw nothing but the jab, the front hand, and then you pull countering. Everything you do is really just to set up the pull counter. You might throw that. You might practice that move for 4 rounds straight to where it don't matter who you sparring, they still get hit with it because they don't know when it's coming. They got to throw a shot. You know what I mean? So that's how you really learn it and master it, because when you're trying to learn like new moves, you don't want to be going full throttle and sparring because you're not going to learn it. You're moving too fast. You got to slow. If you got to slow down on the mitts, then you definitely got to slow down on everything else. And then sparring, the only way to slow down is drill it with some gloves on and then get some tail end work so that you can actually work the move and then pull it over and over again. Or get some amateurs you can work with that's less experienced, and then you just really letting them do them little moves and you rolling the shoulder, catching them coming in, walking off. Then you catch them, you roll the shoulder, catch them coming in, roll under. Roll the shoulder, catch them coming in, roll the other way. Roll the shoulder, catch them coming in, double jab. Like, have you practiced that many times to where it's coming up off of you? And I know a nigga ain't did it. I know they ain't. I know they haven't. I know they haven't. And that's what it takes sometimes, especially if you want to perfect the craft. If you want to learn the craft, do it a couple times and get to trying to pull it in sparring and get your shit split. If you want to perfect the craft, you would take the necessary steps so you can be a champion and get money. That's how I view it. My bad. My man. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear? Can you hear? Hold on. All right. I can hear y'all now. Somebody had called in. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. So, like, those are the necessary steps that it takes sometimes to get things down packed. I only know that from being a professional trainer and making a living doing it, because I'm not training boxers. I'm training like regular people who never boxed.
What would you say is CYP's strengths?
He's willing to listen. Yeah, that's my ringtone. Shaka Khan, ain't nobody love you better. CYP, his biggest attribute is he listen and put it to practice right then and there. He not questioning it. He watch enough boxing he understands like, oh no, you a professional, and he coaches self. He come up with plans for people's footwork and speed and different things. So like, and he in LA, so
he's a coach himself.
Yeah, he do $1,000 plans a month. Like, so you gotta think like that. LA prices is different from Bay prices. They got their prices is more higher. It's way higher. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when he say like he run a gym, even when he say he run a gym and do his own thing, I'm like, oh no, I get it, because he charging crazy prices. And when you got your own gym and you ran track and you got notoriety and things like that, you could charge that. That's why I went to LA. I charged a nigga $125. And he's gonna pay it if he really want to learn. He came and got a real professional sparring session and I gave him more than we was in there for like a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a part of it. Like, more money is gonna come off that.
How he's trained D1 athletes and stuff like that. So
no facts. He really got a real gym in that John. He got like heavy bags, equipment, showers, all the amenities. It's a nice big area. Like, he got a nice and it's in Anaheim. It's in Anaheim Canyon, I think. So it's like in a good area. Like, it's not even in Los Angeles County. It's in like Anaheim Canyon. Like,
the only thing I'll say about CYP is that he is putting in the work right now. He's sparring, he's training, he's getting ready right now. So
no, he definitely worked. The one thing I would say is a plus that he's seen how just jab hand sparring front hand could get you tired. It'll get anybody tired, because those guys, when you watching them tapes, they doing it at their own pace. Now, when somebody telling you, nope, jab, feint, double jab to the body. Nope, now you got to hook off that right there. You got to be throwing shots and being relaxed. They ain't slipping. Them guys don't barely be throwing shots. In a lot of they sparring, they don't even be sparring hard. Even the dude CYP was fighting, when I watch his tape, they not sparring hard.
Yeah. You mean Keem?
Keem, yeah. They not sparring hard. They not sparring hard. Listen, it's a professional pace that where you can get stopped. Like, one of the guys I was training, Contrail, got stopped by Dion. Like, I was like, all right, now we in the gym, it's time to work for real. Y'all doing 4 or 5 rounds. Y'all gonna work. I'm gonna know when y'all get tired and I'm gonna call it. Work. They started out, they was throwing. See, now I'm seeing who gonna get tired, because now you throwing hard shots, you panicking, you moving, he fainting, he doing different things. You don't know how to defend for real, so you getting tired, and then you still throwing hard shots. And then I'm coaching both fighters. And then once the rounds go on, I see who gassing out. And then I'm like, hey, 30 seconds, work. It's time to work. It's time to work. Then once Dion start working, bang, 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 bang. He went under, over, start going to the gut, bloody. Got out the ring, he was done. You wanted to quit. You quit. You ran to the bathroom. You was done. He stopped you. Listen, being stopped in sparring is when you turn your back and it's like you don't even care about your health. Like, if the sparring is going on and you like trying to like get a break. Like, no, nigga, ain't no break. You learn how to defend. Like, Dion has been a part of that, where niggas be on his ass. And he 21. And 21, and you're not old enough to get your ass beat by a 16-year-old who really know boxing. That's not old enough yet. Like, you're not old enough. Like, you still gonna be having problems. You ain't even that much. You far enough, but not that far. Like, to where he still can be your height and your size and be on your ass. Because you still growing as a man at 21. So Dion be in there sparring with a damn near national silver glove champion. He just a big kid, damn near. Listen, this kid be sparring Joshua Buatsi and pros at Virgil's. And then Dion be sparring him.
Oh,
And he in the silver gloves, stopping everything. Cameron Wade, 3rd Street Boxing. They're going at a pace to prepare for a fight. So once you see that, you see, oh, okay. And then I would listen, the first time they sparred, dude was touching Dion. Dion had the jitters. Like Man 410 said, he had the jitters. He was kind of reluctant to jab. So Dion be thinking about the sparring. And he'd be like, all right, I know what I'm going to do next time. Hey, I'm going to come get some mitts. We'll get some mid work. We'll work. I'll show him what to do again, reconfirm what needs to happen. Tell him, hey, blood, you can't really worry about getting hit. He came the next day, in range, off rip. I'm like, all right, you in range, off rip. You got a jab from right there. Now he jabbing, dude, pull counter and bop, hitting him, but he not caring though. He's slipping and then coming back with the jab, moving, coming forward. And now in his mind, the 16-year-old, like he 21, he's strong. He coming to me. He's still in his fundamentals, but then he inside work needs to be practiced and relaxed. So then Paul be like, relax, work in there, work right there, relax. And then Dion starting to notice, like, damn, when we inside, bro, he hitting me harder. I'm like, yeah, because he not relaxed. Listen, if some niggas just punch hard regardless. Ramon said, when I touch him, it don't matter if I could open my hands up and touch. It's a way you could do it. It's still going to have a decent thump on there because I just can punch hard. I got a good technique too. It's going to be sharp. But you got to know how to relax and touch the shots up in there so you can work your defense and see what's open. So that's basically what I be trying. Well, it's what I articulate, and it just takes time for Dion and fighters like newcomers, beginners, aspiring, working prospects to be pros to learn how to relax and flick the jab. But look, I thought about it today. I knew it today. If you wear the bag gloves that I tell you to buy, the rival ones, like the old school mitts with hardly no padding, you will open your hand up and flick that bag. Your hand's going to get tired of balling up and punching. You're going to automatically loosen your hand up and be just learning how to stick the jab with your hand loose. That's why you need those bag gloves. Hey, listen, buy the Grodex ones when you want to, just if you hitting a more solid bag. So it's just say you spending some money on bag gloves. $100 will get you some, $120 will get you some good gel wraps and a pair of rival bag gloves, and then and just get the mediums. If you think the small is gonna be too small, just get the medium so you will know. Because even I had the mediums. My hands still going to mediums and they still work the same. Because the gel wrap get kind of bulky. So just get the medium. So then once you do that, and then you put your hand in them gloves and get to work in the bag, bro, like you gonna understand how to deliver a shot from wearing the bag gloves. Because you gonna flick it. Your hand gonna be open. It's just what it is. That's why they teach that. That's why you wear the bag glove. That's why you do it. I mean, I watch Muhammad hit the bag in bag gloves, and he be flicking, and he still be flicking, landing with the knuckle. But it's you need that flick for when you in a certain range and you trying to invoke a move out of somebody. So like you will flick the jab out just enough to blind them, and then they might throw a shot, and then you have a slip already ready, and then you go upside their honeydew. See what I'm saying? Like those things take time to learn because your defense.
That nigga guy really be in these streets. He just called me Prentice on the phone. He like, nigga, what's happening?
Yeah, no, they Prentice at them nationals. Yeah. So once again, Prentice Brewer, they told you the other day. Mad amateurs. He trained Tiger Williams. Not Tiger Williams. Tiger Johnson. Trained Tiger Johnson. You know, he boxed with Safo, Willie, Mickey, all of them. I will probably say Prentice was the best one out of them, skill for skill, out of all the skills and things that they could do in the ring. Willie was the hardest puncher, but Prentice probably had the most skill. Yandel was good too. He could punch. That was Mark Too Sharp. He rap now. That was the nigga who was saying that. He fought Raynell, who was an Olympian. Raynell Williams, Mark Too Sharp. And that's the thing. He had just got out of jail, made weight, and then they fought. It was like a big thing. Juan McPherson, another one. Stupid nice in there. Touching Andre Berto's soul. Reason why Andre.
Hamza,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna jump off here though, because it's 2 o'clock in the morning, but I'm gonna catch it with you next time.
All right, where are you at?
I'm in the UK.
All right, shout out to the UK. My man Skittles in the building. Shout out to where you at in the UK? Well, the United Kingdom is only 3. You what?
England.
You Wales, England, and what else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking that up. Shout out to the United Kingdom. All right, bro. Have a good one.
All right, YouTuber.
Yeah. Yes, sir, Khaled.
Hey, yo, so you was given the different bag gloves to get. I'm gonna get the gel ones. Which bag gloves do I get? Like the one you got posted, or you gonna get your man's one, like the Ukrainian Jones?
No, listen, I posted the Ukrainian Jones because those, you might just need those one day when you hitting like a more solid bag. Those are still considered bag gloves, and you'll still be turning your punches. The gel gloves, though, it really wouldn't matter if you got the gel gloves. The gel gloves with the rival bag gloves is what you really need if you really want to be doing the real do. The rival bag gloves with the gel wraps is what you need. That's what I would recommend.
All right, I'm gonna get. And you said I can hit the mitts with those too, just like take the power off, just focus on speed.
No, you just hit the mitts. Whoever you're doing mitts with, you just hit the mitts in them.
Okay.
Hit the mitts in them Jones. Just slow down and be more accurate. You know what I mean? Take your time because you don't have a glove on. But see, if you say you're doing mitts, that's what the Ukrainian Jones is. Because then I got pad on them and they still bag glovey. So you ain't got to, it's still not so much pad where you could be slapping and doing other things, not landing clean punches. Say you doing mitts, that's when you do the Ukrainian Jones. But then when you're doing the bag, then you use the rivals. The rivals only like $40, $50. The Ukrainian Jones is $54. The gel wraps is $16. I'm about to get the gel wraps I posted myself pretty soon. Because niggas hit me with a cash appy. I'm going to grab them Jones. Because I need some. Yeah, I would get them, Khaled. I would say get them. Hey, y'all hit my Cash App. Y'all tripping. 14 people in here. Somebody should be hitting this Cash App. And then I got the people talking or the people in the Discord. My man Khaled. But yeah, those are gloves I would suggest because they the rival bag gloves, bro. They're a good price. They're made out of good leather. And you when you get the gel wraps, even I used to wear the gel wraps and wrap my hand and then put my rival bag gloves on. I still got some of the Everlast old school ones. I bought another pair called TK Boxing. I bought some of those. Them was a little bit, them was like 60, 67. But I'm about to buy a pair of the rival ones. Them was my favorite ones. Them rival ones, I had a black pair and a red pair. I just like the way they look. They're a very nice bag glove. I'm about to buy them blue ones. Them blue ones is just tough. I'm about to buy those and some white ones. Because I like white because when they just get dirty and then you just still working them, they just be looking hard. So I'm going to get me a white and a blue pair. I'm probably just going to have all the pairs because I like bag gloves. And I'll just be having different gym bags, throwing my bag gloves in just in case I go out of town and, I'll be losing them. And it's just a good addition to your boxing bag for you to have. And then some gel wraps, you can always get some work in. You can get some work in. And they got makeshift bags that you can like wrap around trees and different things, this padding to where if you got on some bag glove and some gel wraps, you can get a little workout right then. You know what I mean? Like they got different types of bags you can add, if you outside and if you got some good gel wraps and some bag gloves, that leather, man, you in there, bro. You in there. And they real leather too. So all you got to do is wipe them down and then hit them with some oil. Hit them with some olive oil, avocado oil. You know what I mean? Keep them oiled up. Keep the leather good. They gonna last you. Yes, sir. My bad, I was muted. But yeah, get them gel joint. Get the long as you got the gel wraps and the them rival Johns, you good because they got like makeshift bags you can buy put around trees. You know what I mean? Then long as you got them nice gel wraps and some bag gloves, bro, I'm telling you, you will be like, oh, I can just hit this little surface. I ain't even got to work it hard. I could just work it, just touch it lightly and just snap it in there. And then when you get on a softer bag, you can dig your shots. Then you get on the water bag, you could really, yum, 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 you could really get your shots in on the water bag. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Why you say you taking a break from the boxing voice?
Because niggas keep threatening me and shit. That means I need to handle my business. It's something I need to get done. That means I need to get a firearm because I'm about to be traveling and training people. I need a firearm. I need to post my firearm on my website, like I was telling before. I need to just handle some little things as far as like in a private or like private cup or public, you know what I'm saying, corporate public with different states. So that way I'm protected. But niggas are doing too much threatening, and that's just like niggas doing too much. Like I always can come to my own channel and we could just talk boxing and just be righteous with it. Niggas be doing too much, just yapping and talking about, and there is no order. Where are they basing their knowledge on? What spiritual book are people basing their knowledge on? I'm not prejudiced. What path are you doing? You don't have your own path. It's not a thing. You don't have it. You don't have your own path, dog. So that's why I was like, you know what, let me take a break, get back to cooking on my show, my John, get my Discord going, let people come in on the Discord and get to, eating. You know what I mean? I'm about to get off of here though, because I've been talking all day and my voice, I'll be screaming. So now I gotta chill and just chill for a little
God,
bit.
you have a good day.
Yup, you take it easy, Kelly. It's one.
One.
I'm in Hutep. Yeah, we about to get off of here, man. Good work. Another 2-hour, John. Troy DeMont, King Trust. No, I'm not even really versus anybody, bro. Anything that come to me is a test for me to reclaim my peace, and in turn, I get wisdom and spiritual power. That's it. I come from my unconquerable peace. So I don't. I'm out seer. I'm Amen. I'm the Neb heir to air. Like, it's over. I'm good. I'm here to help. No, it's all good. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Hit the Cash App. Get it on the playback. Sacrifice. It's all about sacrifices. Your credibility is measured due to your sacrifice. I'm a Hutep.